Hello, I am Martin Fencka and welcome to another episode of Let's Play Civilization 5 as Assyria. So the voting is officially over and the final result is that we're gonna be playing on the third starting location that got around like 50% of the votes. And I think this one has the best potential long term, but things can also go very wrong here if we don't get what we want from the early game. We basically need to get a very early worker, and we have to steal a very early worker so that we can improve the wheat and grow the capital to a decent size as soon as possible so that we don't fall behind. That's gonna be the goal for the early game. As to where we're gonna start it, we probably should check some tiles around. I think I want to see what's here behind this hill. So let's move there first. And there is basically nothing there. Let's check this tile maybe. So the river goes this way. We can get nice farms here. This is, I think, the best location for the city. If we don't look on the position of the resources, right? But we would be too far from this hill copper, and I really don't want that. It's a lot of early production potentially. So I think I'm gonna sacrifice the hill. We'll just start on river plains with the initial production boost from the forest. We'll have both the wheat tiles right next to the city, which means a decent growth right from the start. And unless there is something here, the first border growth should be towards the copper, giving us the option to go for some nice production for like an early wonder or something like that. We have what, 1, 2, 3, I think these are hills as well, 4, 5, 6, like 6 hills at least in the range for mines. If we need more production later, we'll have here is a triangle of farms. We can get the triangle here if we wanted to, and we can also have farms on this side of the river. So there is a decent food potential as well. Okay, fine. Let's log the wheat and research. Well, here it's pretty straightforward. Because our unique building is in the writing, right? Usually the School of Philosophy is part of the philosophy, but Royal Library is in the writing, so we can get it earlier and we can get to writing pretty easily. We can rush writing, and if we get lucky, we might be able to get the Great Library this time. I'm not counting on it, but I mean, just the Royal Library is so strong that we want to rush writing because of that. The Great Library, if we somehow can get it, would just be a nice bonus. But because of social policies, I don't think we can really get it. So that's one thing. We'll go pottery. We want the Stonehenge, of course. Then I'll go trading because I think we're gonna need early markets. And also I want to reveal deer on the map as soon as possible with all the forests. There is a good chance that we'll have some deer around our cities. And also this will help with like a placement of secondary cities, because that could be a nice like boost to otherwise bad tiles. It could and probably will affect the position of our cities. Also having early archers is something that we are interested in because we want to start conquering cities as soon as possible. So yeah, dropping into trade, and then we go writing, and as you can see, everything that we need is along the way to the Great Library. So that's one thing, and after that we will probably go bronze working so that we can get spearmen, reveal iron in case we get some, and then we go military theory so that we get our siege towers into mathematics and really start conquering the world at that point. That's more or less the plan, but yeah, writing first. As for the production, here we of course want to start with the monument to get our social policy as soon as possible, and after that we want to go Stonehenge, and after Stonehenge probably granary to buff up the wheat as much as possible, as soon as possible. Before I end the turn, one thing that I wanted to mention: we have a new icon, this promotion tree, which is quite useful. Here we can check the possible promotions for all types of units. So these are, for example, melee units. If we go the shock route, which promotions we get and when we get access to them, and then when we go the drill route, what we'll get and when we get it on this side. And of course you can see this for all types of units. Recon units, that's the only one that we have available right now. So Trailblazer or Survivalism route, there is not much of a difference. It's really just about if you want the Survivalism or the Trailblazer, the survivability or the movement. But it's nice that we can now see where everything is, and in some cases this is relevant, I don't know, for like mounted? Is it mounted? Or mounted range units, for example. There it's relevant because of logistics and things like that. So I just wanted to mention that. Okay, let's end the turn. And we are basically now looking for an AI. Let's go along the river. There's another copper. Oh, hey. Okay, this is good. It's turn 2 and we've already met the Chinese Pathfinder. That means Chinese capital is close, somewhere nearby. The Pathfinder only had 2 turns to travel. And also the fact that it's a Chinese Pathfinder is good. Chinese, like, super early game is... China doesn't have anything during the first, let's say, 50, 80 turns or something like that. And this will allow us to slow her down if we can steal worker from her. So we really want to find her capital, take that worker. And in the long term, of course, China has the highest potential to snowball. So it's like the ideal neighbor to have, because this could be the most dangerous civ long term. And thanks to them being right next to us, we can shut them down before they can do anything. That's like ideal. I was really hoping that, or I'm still really hoping that we won't get like a Rome, maybe Greece as our neighbor, because their unique unit, a special allegiance, would be such a pain in the ass. I was hoping that the capital is going to be somewhere here around the river. Where do we go now? It's probably just cross the river, check what's here, then maybe head north. Because the Pathfinder came either from the north, northeast, or maybe east, but probably like northeast. No, maybe not. What's the turn? 5. So we have like 2 or 3 turns to find the worker. If there is a tile that can be improved, the AI can improve it in 7 turns, I think. So we have to find the worker before that. There is the worker. Problem is there is a warrior as well. Okay, Trailblazer, I'll take that. Turn is 7, so is it 8 turns that the AI needs to improve a tile? Yep, there is. And the warrior left the city. That's perfect. Because now we can steal the worker. Wait here. We take damage. Now, I think only from the city. The warrior is behind the river, so I don't think the warrior can attack. We pillage the farm to heal up, and then we can start moving. This is perfect. How much money did we get? 12 gold? Yeah, 12 gold is 3 turns worth of gold now. Yeah, 56. It's still gonna take a long time before we can get the warrior. And also gonna take a while before we can get the worker home. Because we all have to move just one tile every turn. All of this seems to be rough terrain, snow or forest. Wait. I hope we can get home before barbarians have time to spawn in between our capital and the worker. Wait. Actually, we can check one more tile before we have to move the Pathfinder back. Let's go this way. I'm trying to scout around a little bit if there might be a faster route for the worker, but there is not. Wait. So, monument is done, and we have 7 turns to grow and 3 turns to get pottery. This would allow us to grow in 5. Now, I think I want to invest a few turns into shrine. Okay, so no surprise that the border grew towards the copper, but I don't think we want to work it yet. With the next pop, maybe. We definitely want to grow to size 3 first before we start thinking about just pure production tile. Okay, there is pottery. So now we want to cancel the shrine, go for Stonehenge. It's definitely not gonna be 38 turns. As we get the next citizen, the timer is gonna change pretty significantly. Wait, actually, no, we can check here. And let's return back, cover the worker. Also, I probably want to improve this wheat first, because this wheat can't get the farm triangle. We can't farm the hill, so there is no way to get the triangle for adjacency bonuses here. As for this wheat, can get the triangle here, or maybe more importantly here, because here we don't have to chop any forests, right? So this wheat and these farms should be up as soon as possible, because there's gonna be a huge like source of food, better than this one. Okay, so far so good. No barbarians. Oh, hey, that's not what we wanted. It's coming from this side, but it's already turn 20, so it doesn't really mean that much. In 20 turns, the AI could have moved very, very a long distance far away from its capital. So this doesn't really mean that much. I hope it doesn't mean that much. I hope just his capital is nowhere near. Greece and Rome. I really don't want to have those two. And probably also Celts, because they also have a pretty annoying early game unit. So let's start working on the farm. And I guess we're just gonna stay here because the Barbarian camp is a little bit too close. There is the third citizen. So now our options. Let's check the timers. We would grow in 32 and finish the Stonehenge in 26. Now we would grow in 64 and finish in 23. So we would save up, what, 3 production turns, but the growth time would double. And 64 basically means it would never grow, right? So 32, while it's a long time, it's still like a meaningful growth compared to the other option, and it's only slows the Stonehenge down by 3 turns. So we want to work the forest, I think. Also 13 turns, 21. Let me do the math quickly. 26. That would be for turn 47 at this point to get Stonehenge. I'd rather get it like 44, but we will get 1 production from Authority Opener in 13 turns. So we should be able to get Stonehenge on turn 44, I think, and 44 should be safe. And we are just gonna defend the worker here. We get the warrior in what? In like 5 turns. Then we can maybe start thinking about taking out the camp. But before we take out the camp, we want to have our first social policy. So for a while, we don't really have anything to do, basically. Did he kill himself? He did. It destroyed some culture, which is unfortunate. I guess everyone has problems with barbarians at this point, so we'll just have to accept the fact that we're gonna lose some yields. I hope we don't lose gold in next 2 turns. Food is fine. Also hope I don't have to move the Pathfinder back to the city, because that would slow down the farm. There is the warrior. The Pathfinder should be fine against 1 brute. Yeah, there's the second one. We get Trailblazer 2. Trailblazer 2 will be pretty important because there'll be snow everywhere on this map. So we want the extra mobility through snow. Can we kill him? Of course we can't. But what we can do is just swap these 2 and problem solved. Next. We have first Pantheon. That is gonna be a god of war. That was a quick Pantheon. Thinking from the AIs that we have on the map, who could this be? It's not Celts. I screwed up a little bit with Celts because I somehow forgot that they have their unique set of pantheons, which means they won't be taking away the Tundra Pantheon. But on the other hand, it just means we'll have like 2 strong religions. Celts always have a strong religion, and then someone will get the Tundra Pantheon, which would be another strong religion. Who could this be? Who could get it so early? Monty. I think that this might be Monty. Yeah, like 99% it's Monty. Oh, that's a lot of barbarians. And we need 4 more turns before we get anything from these kills. I think I'll just let him live. Yeah, we can peace out. We have what we wanted from her. Okay, fine. I have to kill one of them. The warrior is taking too much damage. I'll just give the experience to the... Actually, the Pathfinder won't get the experience. No, 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 no. Come on, give me my social policy finally so that I get the culture from kills. There's another one. That's a lot of culture running around. There's trapping. So did we get anything? 1, 2, 3. We got deer up here. And there's deer as well, but it's too far. Sitting on this hill would be nice. China wouldn't be too happy about that, but who cares about China, right? Or maybe even here. So that we have this dice in range. But it's in range of Beijing, so when we take Beijing, we'll have this dice anyway. Yeah, I think we want the city here probably. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. It's a bit too far. Maybe here. I would really like to have the city on the hill. I'll see about that. Okay, what do you want? I think I want to take the combat strength versus cities and combine it with the bonus against cities that we get from our siege towers. So that even our melee units, at least in the early game, can siege effectively. We will have access to archers, but we still need at least like 4 warriors to protect our archers. And with the proper promotions, we can combine the warriors and the archers to take cities very quickly. 45, next. And come on, we need that authority opener so we can start killing all these barbarians. We really don't want to kill them now when we are 1 turn away from all the culture. Next. Oh my god. So many barbarians. Okay, let's check the timers now. 35 in 10 turns we get the Stonehenge. So we want to get on turn 44. We should get on turn 45. It should still be okay. Oh, let's get this kill. This kill. And the warrior could get a kill here, but then we would have the worker unprotected, and I really want to farm as soon as possible, so I'll just sit there and wait. Damn. I want to see what is behind this brood. I don't want to run into like more barbarians. I want to be safe after the kill, so now I can do it, I think. I hope this wasn't a mistake. This one moves away. Now, I just have to run away now. Back to the capital. Oh, I can't make it. Oh, this should be safe here. Okay. Now, how long is this gonna take? 7 more turns. I'd really like to take out the camp for the extra gold. Because gold will be a problem here. We don't have any resources that would give gold. There is not a single tile with gold. So every bit of gold that we can get anywhere is pretty important. Let's hide in the city first, then we get the kill. Just have to move away. Losing food is not the end of the world right now, but it sucks still. What did we lose? Gold, culture, gold. Gold is a problem. Culture is fine. We are getting so much culture from the kills that losing a little bit because of those barbarians is really not the problem. Oh, I didn't expect that the city would have enough damage to get a kill like this. What do you think? Is there a barbarian up here? Hopefully there is not. Now, tribute might be relevant this time. Or like rushing tribute might be relevant this time because that's the only way how we can get the early gold. On the other hand, the healing after kill is also very relevant early on. Of course, science is always nice. Probably need to go dominance, discipline, tribute again. It's pretty close. I'm really tempted to go for dominance. I mean dominance, tribute. Should be fine here against one brute. There's Stonehenge. Okay. So as much as I would like to get Granary right away, I may have to go for one more warrior. So that we can start like attacking barbarians, not just sit around our capital and trying to defend. I think Archer just takes too long. Although, also, the difference in cost is something to consider. Because if we build the Archer, we'll be able to buy Warrior earlier. The thing is, we need Granary as soon as possible. 17 turns. Also, thinking how fast we can grow to size 4. And Pantheon. Well, we're gonna make a cut here. I will check the Pantheons that we have available that will be relevant here. And we can discuss that in comments. And also off camera, I'll think about the production. I'll have to think about the timers, make sure that I take the most effective route. So Pantheons, God of Commerce. Let's get back up. Ancestors worship. Nope. Earth Mother. Nope. God of all creation. Nope. God of Commerce. Nope. We are looking for the Tundra religions or Tundra Pantheons. I think there are 2. God of Craftsman, that's Quarries and Stoneworks. Nope. God of Expanse. Nope. God of Open Sky. That's the Plains and Grassland one. From Pastures. No. God of the Sea. No. Is it this one? God of the Stars and Sky. +1 Faith, Culture, Gold, and Food from Tundra Tiles with improved resource. The problem is we don't have that many Tundra tiles with resource. Because of the map settings, sparse resources, there really won't be that many. So right now, we have 2 tiles that are Tundra with the resource. These 2. The wheat is plains, that's not the Tundra. And then we have a third one we know about, that's this Tundra deer. So our capital really wouldn't get that much from Order of the Stars and Sky. And also it has to be improved. So it would take forever to kick in. So I actually don't think that this is that good for us. Then we have God of the Sun, which would give us a lot of food from wheat. But it's just something for our capital, like a huge immediate effect. But not much in the long run. I mean, the gold from granaries is something, because we lack gold on the map. But I still think we can get something better. If it was culture gold, then I would probably take it, but not faith gold. God King. No, I don't think so. This is one city challenge thingy. Food and faith from shrines, watermills, wells, faster growth rate. Nope. Goddess festivals, gold, culture, reunion, luxury. We have what? We have copper. As possible, it's gonna be the only luxury we're gonna have for a long time. If we had a second luxury around our capital, I would consider Goddess of Festival because it's culture gold combination, so that could be something on this map, but not for just one luxury. Goddess of Love, Goddess of Nature, Protection. No. Don't want anything from those. Goddess of Purity, Lakes, Marshes, Happiness from Cities on the Rivers. There is no gold, there is no culture, no science. We may end up with Goddess of Renewal. because there are forests, and we will be settling our cities around those forests, because from where we can see, it's just snow and then patches of tundra around rivers, and right next to the rivers there are plains, grasslands that are heavily forested. This is the example, right? Snow everywhere with the river in the middle, and around the river there are forests. So we'll be always settling around those rivers with forests everywhere. So a goddess of renewal could actually be pretty good. When we get to size 4, we should get there faster than in 17 turns, because soon this farm is gonna be improved, and it's gonna be 4 food, 1 production farm, even before granary. So I think we're gonna grow in like 10 turns, then we can work the second forest, and that will already give us the fate culture, and also then we can rush herbalists. Yeah, we're gonna get them quite soon. That's +1 food for 2 jungle and forest, so there would be extra food, as we will be already working 2 forests. The problem is we don't have plantations, so no extra production except this camp. Yeah, I think it's gonna be good as a renewal. I think that's the best option here. I just don't have enough Tundra resources to make the Tundra religion work. What else do we have? Plantations, faith from markets. Nope, there's something about Tundra. Goddess of the Hunt. Faith, food, culture from camps. Well, if we had more deer around our capital, that could have been something. And +1 food from resources on Tundra. And these are not improved resources. So we would get food here and here right away. But then, yeah, the second part, it would take forever to get, and our capital would be only getting the bonus from 1 camp. So I don't think this is gonna work in our situation either. Fighters support signs per turn produced, capital half number of followers. This is capped at half the number of followers. Could be something if it wasn't capped, because we're gonna be making a lot of signs in our capital, right? That's what Assyria is focused on. But when we are limited by the number of followers, I don't think that works either, and definitely don't want the desert religion. Okay, so maybe our options are more limited than I thought. I really don't see anything other than where is it? Goddess of Renewal. I think that's the strongest option. But well, usually when I see like some options, then you tell me about some other things that I missed. So I'll be looking forward to your comments. What do you think about the Pantheon? And as I said, I'll also decide on the production of camera, because with the settings that we are using, I really can't afford to make any mistakes and like lose time. We have to be as effective as possible. So this may take a moment to, take a while to decide how exactly we want to approach the building queue. There are really quite a few options. Okay. For today we are done, so I hope that you like this episode. I hope that you're gonna join me next time again. And until then, have a good time. Bye bye.